arcanist, gaming, and music.
Welcome back to Arcanist Gaming and Music. I'm your Captain Daggeira, who will be flying solo this fight mode. We're playing Soul Reaver 2. Again, you haven't seen the befores, but they're the befores. Okay, timer.
Did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge.
We're gonna strap in for a lot of dialogue.
To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sarafan, Kane. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgul from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kane. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
So many cutscenes. We watched this at the end of the last game, guys. Can we go? And now, after the riveting performance from Simon Templeman, we introduce Richard Doyle.
And destroyer, pawn and messiah.
Because I know most of these fuckers' names.
And soul, welcome to your destiny.
And loading screen. And then more people talking. Quite a lot of chit-chat is right. Jesus. And you can't skip any of this either, so I'm just stuck here watching
Where
this.
am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well,
You had better not start Claude at my door
If you
missing.
prefer I use my bare hands. Well, this is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated.
Completely
Strangely,
unexpected.
it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as time
Water
guardian
is
affords
dim,
me a
hard to
certain
swim
level
in.
of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Cain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Cain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the
Oh,
stronghold
I don't
of the
think it's just
Sarafan
Mobius
priesthood?
talking. No,
Yes.
Raziel has
The
to
glorious
talk
days
about
of the
all of
Sarafan have
the
long
levels and a
since
bunch of
passed,
stuff in the Stronghold,
I'm
too.
afraid.
Oh, yeah.
This is a more
This
cynical
episode
and
is
indecorous
great.
age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory
Blah,
of the
blah,
Sarafan
Mobius
with a
power tripping, blah,
humble
blah, blah.
crusade.
Well, no recycle outside.
Is this the vampire?
Bet you that's
horde?
going to come through when I amplify.
The scourge of the circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me, sir? Your malefactor, Cain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy?
The longer you
Consider
talk,
the
the
source
more I
before
doubt
you
my
judge
ability
me
to
too
remember
harshly.
controls.
We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground.
No.
We both want
No
Cain
common
dead.
ground. Go fuck yourself, Mobius.
I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Cain is
Cheap
lying
cutscene.
waiting,
Cheap
unaware that I
corners with
snatched
cut.
you out of the time stream and brought you here
Could
to
make the
me.
image in the full move.
See how he lingers
No.
at the very pillars
That
he is
didn't
destined
work.
to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this
Animating
time.
budget not high enough.
Yes, Raziel.
Wasting too much on
They are the
architecture.
embodiment
Can't do it.
of the divine
Not in the
force
stars.
which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Cain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance
Please.
turns.
Please
I
shut up,
believe you
Mobius.
have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Cain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel.
Pitch him a
End
sword.
this.
Oops. Spoiler alert.
But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you.
You can.
My
So,
soldiers will not
go.
understand your appearance here.
Go.
They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements
Then Raziel starts
require
talking.
a few.
But I'd rather listen to Michael Bell anyway. He's much nicer voice.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how?
Lots of
I have not
crystals,
yet
they're all
discovered.
very pretty. Oh my god. I must feel obligated to do a second intro because of how long that shit was done. No. I want as well. Is it now auto-facing? Get out of that. New controller also, so that's gonna be fun. Sword class, thank you. Okay, since the last time I played this, I was kicking the shit out of demons. Solution should not be a problem. They will be. We'll get to cut on them too, but that day is not today. Today is a Raziel day. Raziel says, do that. Oh my god, I was eating that. Excuse me. Rude. This one. I'm trying to get through the Seraphim Stronghold mission as quickly as possible. That is the plan. Which is not quickly, because he has to talk.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest.
This isn't
This was the
really
heritage so foully
evidence,
stolen from me
Raziel.
when Cain raided my sacred crypt.
Bunch of stained glass and statues don't mean shit, honey. So the urge to try to have that be named, but I don't actually know what that means. So I'm going to. It's two. Yeah, you shouldn't play with stairs around me, sir. Stairs are the answer. But not for you. Okay. Off we go. First plane should be. Just wait for the prompt. Took you long enough. Still isn't much pretty in here. Actually, pretty much everything is. Lots of blue and purple, but I don't mind. The bendy thing has always been nice. Right along with Soul's aesthetic.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I
Here
could
we go
feel
again.
the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade,
It gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully.
Oh, I am.
If he could immobilize his enemies...
Well, that's good to know. Live updating is always nice.
Why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Okay. These bitches are tough. I do appreciate the females, for some reason, always seem to be stronger in these games. Well, you know they're killing shit in Blood Omen too. The bitches have like 1 hit more health in them. They give you more blood, and I never figured out why. I probably shouldn't refer to women as bitches, but... I'm gonna have to work on that. Most of the women I know are bitches. Myself included. And in we go for more talking.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kane's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth.
I love how they retroactively make Kane's hair longer than he was in that game.
The Soul Reaver itself.
Character designers knew what the fuck they were doing.
And broken. Apparently in the battle between William and Kane. I had not thought such a thing was possible. Until, of course, Kane shattered the blade against me and tried to strike me down. Thus the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade
He
uncoiled
caresses
itself
it,
and
he
snaked
loves
down
it.
the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity. Willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment.
All of those sound like very fun things.
And I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host. And just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now
The sooner you stop talking, the sooner we can leave the
the
Seraphim
Reaver
stronghold.
no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kane who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kane laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to
Kill him,
stay
kill him,
your
kill him,
hand.
kill him, kill him,
This
kill
is
him, kill him,
none
kill him,
of
kill
my
him!
doing. I have sought
I
only
mean,
to
we
aid
won't,
you in
because
your
Plot's got a
righteous
plot,
quest.
yo, but
Why,
we should just kill him.
Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Because
Don't
I
concern
trust
yourself with
so
Cain.
much of anything you
He'll
say.
join you in hell soon enough. As you said,
One of you, Seraphim, was cool, but that was Mortanius.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
what did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth.
Why are your
To which all
eyelids so
men are
red?
doomed. We serve the same God, Raziel.
Uh,
To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Cain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Cain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance
on
you
with
get.
it, please.
I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
I do know this is the literal definition of the word aroused.
So this
Oh,
was the legendary
but
Janos Ordrin,
I'm still
reputed
twisted
to have
it.
been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Seraphim finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Seraphim therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the
It doesn't
Seraphim,
even look
who
monstrous
sought
there
to
compared to
lionize
Volador.
themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Door. Yes, door. Let us go. Please. No longer wish to be here. Let's go. Cutscenes to watch.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized,
Duma was a
was a
ginger.
memorial to my
Who
former
would have thought?
Seraphim brethren and myself.
Not Duma.
All of us
Seraphim.
martyred here. And then
Well, that
so
was a
cruelly
traitor.
profaned by Cain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Seraphim self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become, and a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Cain and destroy him.
It will be nice. We get to Defiance and we can feed while we walk. That's always pleasant. Ah, Duma. I love how this one motherfucker has, like, this super awesome demon in his mural. Jesus Christ, man. He must be metal as fuck. It wasn't really portrayed in the character, but according to that mural, y'all metal as fuck. Crystal Dynamics really likes their windy staircases, eh? Yay! Ready.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality, and I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled
Maybe that's
dry
why the
by
hills are
corruption
bad.
of Cain's parasitic empire.
They're
This
using
was the fragile world Cain
all the
sacrificed to
magic
preserve his
energy
own
for their
petty life and
fandangled
ambition,
technology
heedless of the profound
invading the
cost.
planet. I don't
The
know.
sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay
I
to
don't
the
think there's an
northwest.
actual reason.
And if Cain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
Whee! Sure, I need to move a specific way. Well, I can see a lot better this time. My room is a fair bit darker than the living room.
As I passed this arcane landmark,
Yes.
a wisp of the Reaver's energy
Checkpoints.
was drawn
We
into
know,
the ring,
honey.
illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
See, as a fanfiction writer, I get asked lots of really weird questions like, are those actually canon? Because I want to say no, but I also kind of want to be a dork about it. This TV handles this game a lot better than the one over here. Okay, simple.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to
They
my
could at least let
spiritual
us skip
essence.
these ones.
By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul.
Is
and
it a
thus
symbol
create
or is it a
milestone
handprint?
to which I could return when weary,
Up
and
for
from
debate.
which I could
Discuss
resume
below.
my journey.
Square. Doesn't matter. Oh, I'm very sure I want you to override it. For that, no skipsies.
While I had only just escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in
That's
time
you,
my
honey.
journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier,
Sparkles
their
because it's
operation was
important.
undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Awesome. I know how to glide. No, I have 17-ish minutes left. I do not have time for your Seraphim bullshit. Bitches are too fast. It's work. Don't wanna.
There's one!
Also Michael Bell. Pretty sure. Man, many voice. Warbirds! Yay! Hello, Warbirds. They're one of the parts of this game I like. Are you food? If you are food, you must die. Oh. Oh, what is a dog? Ah, fuck. Weird ass sound was weird. Oh, Reaver on. No? No, cool. Come on. Thank you. You're kind of talking to yourself because you guys are the same voice actor. Isn't that funny? That is no way. I always get a little lost around the nuclear. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't think I said. Stairs somewhere, I think. I do not want the Reaver. There are no elemental thingies I can give it. Why would I like the Reaver? Really showing off that killer acoustic system, making me re-record this a fucking third time. Well, fuck you and your guns.
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kane's derelict empire. They seemed to retain much of their former
because
humanity.
they weren't forced to eat each
In this
other.
era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Ah, boob. Not pausing the episode to put on a bra. Ah, you. Places to be. Places to be. Microphones to mute. Cutscenes to end on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna open this and end the episode. We'll start with the dramatic cutscene. Why not? See you next time, apparently.